Hey guys, it's Charcoal Cycle on FPV, and we are now back to do your radio setup for your Apus MQ60. Now we've already done this in another video, but for some of you, if you missed it, we're going to show you again how to do it here. So you're coming off of the last video, which was the binding, creating the model and binding it, right? So now here's what we're going to do. Now what we want to do is we want to get all our sticks set up properly and our switches, okay? So here's how this is going to work. We're going to go through our setup here. So let me show you how we'll do this. We will go and make sure you're in your model that we created, and then you're going to hit menu, and there's your model there, and it's got the asterisk beside it, and you're going to hit page. This is our settings we were just in when we were binding, and now we're going to go to flight modes, we're going to disregard, and we're going to go to our inputs, okay? So our inputs are pretty simple. The first thing we want to do on inputs is we want to scroll down to number 5, okay? And we want to click it, and we want to call this input ARM. So we're going to, where it says input, we're going to click the enter button and we're going to spell the word ARM. Okay, and that's actually because we're going to use whatever switch we designate to be our arming switch. So we're going to go to ARM here. Okay, once that's done, we're going to scroll down to the word name and we're going to put it in again. Whoops, I scrolled too far. Go back up and just put ARM. Okay, and we can just leave it like that. When you're done, hit exit, and that's done. Now we're going to get our arming switch, and as I explained before, an arming switch to me should be a 3-position switch. So if you look at your radio, this switch on top, the top left switch here, not on the front, but right here, this is a 3-way switch, okay? The reason I use those is because I want to be able to arm it, and then if I accidentally bump that switch somehow and it goes to middle position, I haven't disarmed it yet, okay? So we're going to use this 3-way switch, which is, watch, we're going to show you here. That should be SA. So we're going to go to source, scroll down to source, hit enter, and flip that switch back and forth, and you'll see that it'll automatically populate with SA. Once that's done, hit exit again, hit exit one more time, and you're back at your inputs. Now I want you to go to input number 6, hit enter, and then we're going to call this one MOD, because you can only fit 3 letters on here, so M-O-D. Then when we go to name, we're going to spell out the word mode. Okay, so M-O-D-E. Okay, and then once we get mode, we're going to hit exit, and this is going to be our flight modes. Again, we're going to use a 3-way switch, and we're going to keep it as far away from the arm as possible so we don't flip it by accident and accidentally hit our arm thing. So we're going to use the top right switch here, which is a 3-way switch, and we're going to have the modes that can be like horizon mode, acro mode, air mode, angle mode. There's a whole bunch of modes that we'll discuss, but right now we just want to set the switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to our source, where it says max, for example, hit enter, and just flip this switch to where it says SC. When that's done, hit enter, and then get exit, exit, and we're back to our inputs, okay? The last thing we're going to do is set our failsafe, all right? Now the failsafe switch is the switch that we use when everything's going wrong. We can flip our failsafe switch and everything will just stop, or we can set a command, a specific function to happen when we flip it. But basically it's like, I've lost control, or I can't see it anymore, or it's getting too far and I can't stop it. Boop, hit the failsafe switch and it'll do whatever it is that you're telling it to do. Most of the time we'll just tell it to just drop, okay? So here's what we do. We're gonna go to, scroll down to number 7 on your inputs, hit enter. And for this one, it can only take 3 letters, so we're just gonna type F-A-I. Okay, and then we're going to go to name. Whoops. There we go. And then we're going to go to name, hit enter again, and we're going to do oh my gosh, take it. F-A-I-L. Okay, and once we get the word fail in there, hit exit. All right, now we're going to go to source, and on this one, I use the big 3-way switch here because if there is an emergency, it's high enough to where you can just kind of strike it, and it's not the same level as the rest, okay? So it's a little easier to get to, right? So we're going to click the source, and we're going to flip the switch, okay? And that's going to be SB, and once you've done that, you hit exit, exit, exit. You're done with your inputs at this point. We now have everything set like we need, okay? And we are now going to hit our page button and go to our mixes. And here's where you're going to have to pay attention. Because we set up the model this way, the radio automatically gave us some mixes that we don't need, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to number 5, 6, and 7 that are already pre-populated. If yours are pre-populated, here's what you do. Hold your enter key down, wait for the menu to come up, and click delete. Go to 6, hold the enter key down, wait for the menu to come up, go to delete, and the same thing for 7. Hold the menu down, or the enter key down, wait the menu to come up, and go to delete. So now it's cleaned off and we can add our own. Go back to 5, hit enter, and on the mix name, again, you're going to type ARM, because this is your ARM switch. Okay, so let's do ARM. Okay, and right there, it's automatically inputted the source from your inputs of ARM, so you don't have to do anything else. Just hit exit, exit, go to number 6, hit the enter key. The mix name here is going to be mode. Once you've typed in the name, hit exit, then hit exit again, and then we're going to go to 7, which is our fail-safe. Hit your enter key, go there, and then just click and type in the word fail. F-A-I. Oh, messed it up. Let me go back. All right, so there we go, fail. Hit exit, exit, and now your mixes are all done. So if you just keep hitting exit, go back to your main screen, you're done. You just set up your switches now to do your functions as you should. Now, if you want to see how that works, you can press your page from the main screen, just press your page key, okay? And just press it. You see these bars right here? If I flip any of the switches, you're going to see them react now, you see? So if I move any of my sticks, right? And then if I flip any of my switches, okay? So now you know they're set up. Everything functions like it should, all right? So the last thing we want to do is we want to calibrate our controller before we try to fly a drone, okay? So here's what you're going to do. I want you to long hold the menu button, means hold it down for 1 second, and you're going to get to this tool screen. If you've done your updates like we said, you'll be at your tool screen. I want you to press page until you get to page 6 of 7, where it says calibration. This is very important. Once you get to calibration, I want you to hit enter, and then it says press enter to start. So enter again. And here it says set your sticks to the midpoint, which means get everything, you'll see little lines here, just get everything lined up to center, okay? This is automatically going to be center, but you want to make sure everything else is center. So let me go back real quick and show you something else first. Make sure that on your sub trims, which are these here, that you have double lines and that they're centered, okay? So if you're off from the center, it will only have a single line, okay? Make sure it's centered and you have double lines in each of these small squares. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and calibrate. So hold your menu key down and then go to page 6, calibration, hit enter to start, and make sure everything is centered, including the spinning wheel right here. So make sure that that's gone straight up. You may have a little notch where it feels like it's centered, that's fine. If not, just make sure it's going straight up. Once it's centered, hit enter. Now you're going to move the sticks. Don't push on them hard, okay? Because you need to kind of imagine like you're flying. So whether you're going to fly with thumbs or whether you're going to hold the sticks like this, just do easy. Move it easy. Go to the side, go up, go across, go down, all the way, sides, corners, okay? Make sure you cover all the perimeters, just like that. And go back to the center, and you can go to the corners, you can go to the edges, corners, okay? Once you've done that, do the other side, again, go to the left, and then just go all the way around in the perimeter, but don't push too hard, because you won't be flying like that, so you don't want to try to set this below a 0 point. So just go side, up and down, all right, and then go corner to corner if you want. Okay, whatever it is, then get it back to center, and then don't forget to turn your dial here, go low, turn it all the way up, turn it low, turn it up again, and then just go to center, and when you're done, hit enter. You're done. You just calibrated. Everything is now set at a 0 midpoint. Bring your throttle back down and hit exit. Okay? And you're back to your main screen. Guys, that is how you set up your radio. And now that we're bound, we can go into beta flight and make sure everything's programmed properly. And that's what we're going to do in our next video. And as always, please, guys, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right? And we will see you in the next video here shortly. Thank you very much.